Alright, man, I got y'all good in the day. I got these 2 tees that I bought from the hardware store. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to double this all up and make everything double wall. Okay? And this piece right here, I'm going to put in the center there. I've already done cut it. Stick this in there. And you can do this with silicone or glue. You don't have to use this right here, what I'm using. Now, I'm gonna show you. You'll understand this when I get through. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue this in. I'm gonna be cutting this extra off. And the thing about what I'm making here today is some folks don't want no big old antenna on their house. And I sat down and thought of a good way to make one where it's not noticeable, and also be a good one too. Now this is 3/4 stuff that I'm using here, and I'm going to take a hacksaw and cut these corners off and these ends off, and look how that's doubled up right there. I'm talking about, man, it's going to be real good. And when I bought these pieces, I ain't just using just what I got. This right here just happens to be the right amount of space it needs to be in, and I'm going to show you how I know. Now, I realize some of you may be watching this for the first time, but on a video, on one of my, I think it's my last video, I showed this to you in my antenna room, and I said, I bet you know what that is. I found out that didn't nobody know what it was. But what I done, see, I didn't have nobody to show me nothing. And what I done is I made this reflector adjustable. And man, I've messed with this right here so much, you wouldn't believe. But I found out, I got a signal meter on my laptop, and I found out what the perfect measurement is for that reflector. And, which brings me back to this. This right here now, I'm going to put some flat spots in it. But this right here is about the perfect measurement for what we need. Here's how I'm going to get my flat spot on here. And if you hadn't got you a workshop, man, I encourage you to get one. You can get out of the way from your wife. You can get her to come outside with you. And this here's the ultimate antenna. And when I go back and look at the specs on my videos, every time I show this antenna right here, there's a line running across there. When I show this, there's a big old hump. So what I mean is y'all taking a good look at this thing. All right, look at this right here. See what I told you? It just happened to work out just right. That's the perfect measurement. All right, on this, I've got 2 pieces, 28 inches long. And, on the ultimate antenna, and I got a video on how to make that, by the way. But since I'm going to make the whiskers longer on this, I'm going to be using this number 8 wire instead of 10. All right, now I've got my 2 pieces cut. I'm going to show you a trick. Then an old man showed me of how to straighten your wire. And I do want to tell you that I made an antenna probably 30 years ago. But check this out. Look at that. Man, ain't that's a magic trick right there, ain't it? I mean, don't you check that? I mean, just that simple. I'll do another. Stick it in the drill. And I'm kind of holding back, I'm kind of pulling back on my drill, you know, just a little bit. I had marked these a little bit long. So I laid them back out here and I cut them both exactly the same. And then half of 28 is 14. So I got me a center mark here for where my bending point's gonna be. So I'm gonna get right here pretty close to the side of the line. And I'm gonna bend it right there. And I'm gonna have to try it, y'all. But I think get that cigarette out of my mouth. I think like 5-inch whiskers will probably be about just right. But you know, I'm gonna check that with the laptop and make sure that's good to go, you know, before I tell you, yeah, because I'm not gonna tell you nothing wrong. All right, remember I told the antenna company to sent me an antenna? Somebody sent me one, and I don't have no idea who sent it. But this is gonna be my next video right here. So I'm gonna show you how to make a mount for this thing too. And you can buy this right here from the hardware store. This right here is just a piece of bed, something somebody give me. See, I got 2 chairs. My wife comes out here and sits with me sometimes. All right, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut 2 pieces, say about 10 inches. I come out here at night, work, wake all the neighbors up around here. All right, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drill a hole right through the center of this thing. Okay, and I had painted it blue, you know, to match the sky. And here's what I'm gonna do here. You know, I told you I was gonna show you how to make a mount. Put that on there and tighten it down. And then here's the 2 pieces I cut. And I'm gonna bend that and stick this through. I drilled 2 holes in this side by side, just like that. Alright, you know, I have to do this stuff kind of in a hurry. Because I know y'all sitting here with your hand on that mouse. You might want to do a little better job bending your threaded rod than I did. And you might want to get a bigger one than what I've got. We're ready to put the whiskers on and the reflector on the back of it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put me 2 holes for the whiskers. I say, you know, about like 1 inch apart. I mean, reason I ain't telling you no exact figures cause I don't think it matters that much. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and put 2 whiskers on there. You know, this ought to be a hellacious indoor or outdoor antenna. If you put this inside the house, it'll probably be good for 20 miles. I mean, I don't know. I don't know because, you know, I live 60 miles from the nearest station. But it's probably good for 20 miles. And as far as like outside, it's probably, you know, a good 40 mile. Now, if you live 20 miles from town, you know, don't even worry about putting a reflector on there. Alright, y'all, sorry about that. It's going to be a part 2. I'm going to show you this. That's my work table there. And then see, I got TV out here like, when I'm sitting out here messing around, wife comes out here and she get to watching TV. But look at this glass case I put on here to keep the moisture out. This is the 3rd TV that I've had out here. And anyway, make sure you watch part 2. I'm going to do scan and check that antenna out and make sure it's good to go.